Guys, today we're going to be doing a physical media review of the Terminator Trilogy on VHS and DVD, and that's coming up in just a moment. Hey guys, welcome back to the 5R Show. I'm your host Raymond, and today, as I mentioned before, we're doing a physical media review of the Terminator Trilogy. Now, before we get started, I'd like to explain to you that while there is a Terminator 3 on VHS in Japan, I have not been able to locate it yet. But I do have the DVD. So, let's put these aside for a moment and get started with this version. As you can see, this is the widescreen version of the Terminator. On the side, you'll see that this one was released by ASCII. Terminator. Widescreen. New master. From Orion Pictures. Now this version was somewhere in the vicinity of $35. So this is 3,800 yen VHS. Now what this means is that this is actually a reissue of the Terminator on VHS. On the back you'll see that it's got all of the same type of photography for Arnold, Linda, and Michael. All of it is released from Orion Pictures, of course. Pony Cannon released it. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any of the paperwork, but as you can see, there's the company's name on the cassette clamshell. And here is the cassette itself. Now, this was kind of strange. I thought, well, why doesn't it say the Terminator? But it doesn't. It's actually just on the spine. Terminator. Widescreen. 107 minutes. Hi-Fi. Mono. Now this particular version was released in 1995 here in Japan. Now on the inside of the cassette, real quick, I'll show you that it does have, okay, well, it's got some letters and a number. It's got an NM2. That's NM2. And on the inside of the hole, it's got 311 UP. So 311 up. Now, while this is the reissue VHS for the Japanese market, it was still made in Japan. Now, the cassette does have a little bit of weight to it, but when we compare it to the original release, which I do possess here, you'll see that, you'll know that there is a difference. And so that does it for the reissue of the Terminator on VHS. Now let's get into it with the original VHS of the Terminator. And as you can see right there, the clamshell itself is a different size. Now, while this one was released by ASCII, this one was actually released by Vestron Video International. As you can see there, Terminator, Orion Hi-Fi, Monorail. I'm not sure what that means. So if someone can help out, please let us know in the comments below. Now, the original was 17,800 yen, which is roughly 175 bucks. And that's what they were costing, these VHSs, back then when they were brand new. Now, again, it's all in English here, which is kind of strange, but the title itself is in Japanese in blue and red. So that's pretty cool. But there's another feature I want you to know about this clamshell, and that is that the cassette clamshell itself is like a vinyl. This is a vinyl for some reason. So I thought that was really strange, but it does suit the time period. Now on the back, you have different photography compared to the other. You have the Linda saving, I'm being saved by Michael, and then you have the Terminator probably at the police station, which was one of the most infamous scenes in this movie. Now in this version here, I'm sorry, on the version in the back here, it's all Japanese, of course, and it still has a big chunk of English as compared to the reissue, which does not. So it is just basically saying that it was released in 1984, American movie, it was made in color, standard size, and it's got Japanese subtitles in it. So this is 1984, but it was released in 1986 by Orion. Now, Orion is a service trademark, Orion Pictures, blah, 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 Vestron Video. In Japan, this one was released in 1986. And as you can see here, it was also printed in Japan and it was made in Japan. So this is an official made in Japan VHS. Now let's get to it and take a look at the cassette itself. And as you can see, when I mentioned before, the ASCII does not have the Terminator sticker, just has a big ASCII on it. But this one has the Terminator label on it. 1986, Vestron Video International, Vestron Video, made in Japan, Terminator. Okay, and then again on the spine, it has Vestron International, Terminator, Orion, Hi-Fi, VHS, and again the original price. Now, this one has significant weight compared to the reissue, and therefore it is an original. I know that. Another thing is, on the back, you'll notice that it also does say made in Japan. And for some reason, there are no numbers here, and on the inside, it has a small number, a letter, and a number D97, and that's it. So there's a D97 stamped in there. And it is a really heavy tape. It truly is. This is probably the beginning of when they were making those really good quality cassettes, the VHS. And so that does it for our original Terminator VHS. Now let's get into the Terminator 2. This is Terminator 2 VHS, released by Pioneer. At this time, I think Pioneer took over, and there'll be a second video explaining why. Now, you'll see Terminator 2, Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator 2. Same thing on the side, on the spine. Pioneer, Arnold, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. And the price for this one, you'll know that this is the original original release compared to a reissue, because the price is actually 15,450 yen, or, you know, 1,500. So this is about 150 bucks, 140 bucks. VHS, Hi-Fi stereo. On the back, you'll notice that there's a stamp there. And what this means is that this was actually a rental. So the rentals are actually the original cassettes, because they were the ones that would pay that price so that they can, you know, flip it and make money on rental. And so this has sort of the cover here. Give me a second, guys. The cover is actually a metallic type cover, and it's not helpful with the, so what I'll do is I'll pull it out so you can see it. And it is actually a really nice piece. You'll see that it is a really shiny. That's why the glare is kind of difficult on it. But you'll see the T1000, you'll see Arnold, you'll see Linda, you'll see the T1000 again, and then you'll see Arnold once more. And everything is in Japanese. 137-minute color stereo, Hi-Fi, released by Pioneer. So these are the ones that you really want to pick up, are the rentals, because these are the original release of the movie. Let's put this back in. Okay, and so that's the cover. All right, well, now let's take a look at the cassette itself. And like I said before, it's Pioneer, and it's actually stamped on the front, unlike that reissue Terminator, which has the ASCII on there. And I think that one was actually for consumer products, where you can actually go and purchase that VHS at a Japanese store. But this one, again, was the rental. So here we are with the cassette. Yes, I was watching it just to, you know, refresh myself. Again, it's got the rental seal here. So it's got Pioneer. It's all subtitled in Japanese. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator 2, produced by Carolco Pictures. 137 minutes, stereo, VHS, hi-fi. This one is a 1991 Atlanta Films Japan, BV, all rights reserved. So on the side, you have, again, Pioneer, super dubbed, well, not dubbed, I'm sorry, translated, subtitled, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, stereo, hi-5. Now, it does have weight to it, like I said before, but it isn't as heavy as the first original. Now here, it is also, as well, stamped, if you can make it out, made in Japan. Now, the cassette itself has no stamp markings here, but it does have a stamp on the inside of the circle here. And that number is AAB2A. AAB2A. And then there's another stamp here, very small one, AAA BC. What those mean are beyond me. Production, construction numbers, or part numbers, or something. But anyway, that does it for this cassette. So, Terminator 2. All right. And now for the finishing touch of the trilogy is the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines Premium Edition. This is, I'm guessing, towards the beginning of Blu-ray, if I'm not mistaken. Again, the price was priced, it's 3,980 yen, or 35 bucks, 35 bucks. Geneon Toa video DVD. This is actually a slide out box, so you have all, again, it's metallic, so sorry. You got Arnold, and you've got the Terminatrix. Well, I forgot her name, but doesn't matter. This is a slide box. So here's the back. No fate but what we make. You got all the actors here, and then on the bottom you've got this cool Terminator Future War picture, but it's kind of hard out. It's kind of hard to make out because of the metallic. So this is a 2-disc set. So let's pull out the cassette itself. Here's the DVD, 2-disc DVD, the spine, and the rear. The rear is different from the rear of the slide box, of the sleeve. Sorry. So you've got all this. It's just, talking about the movie and how much action and new effects it has. This was, I considered, the end of the trilogy because, Arnold was in it. Well, Linda was supposed to be dead, and then, they changed the actor for some reason from the original John Connor in Terminator 2. But Stan Winston did work on this, so it's, unfortunately, James Cameron did not direct this version, but I thought it was decent. The ending was very surprising. I did like the ending more than I liked the beginning. So anyway, let's take a look at the inside. And oh yes, and then here is a sticker that I had picked up from 2003. Joypolis, Sega. This is a theater in Shibuya. So when you went to see this movie, most likely you got this free sticker, and that's what that is. The DVD comes with some. It comes with the pamphlet. Okay, it's got pictures and all of the the scenes from the movie. There's a better scene of that picture on the back of the sleeve. So it's really nice. It's really nice. It is nice. It's a nice piece. Comes with a pamphlet for, you know, other DVDs that you might want to buy. It's got what's her name, Tomb Raider. It's all the other titles that are available at that time, and way many more titles available at the time of release on DVD for this. Now, here is a promo, which I think is pretty cool, for Terminator 3 on Atari PlayStation 2. It is something that I have yet to find, so yeah, I am looking for that game as well. I actually didn't even know it existed up until I saw this recently. See, this has something about a Terminator T900, which I've never heard of. But, you know, it's a game. You got the video game version of Arnold. Okay. All right, and then again, this is a postcard where you would send off to, you know, give your, it's like a comment, you know, like a suggestion, you know. How did you find this? What did you think? Did you like this? Blah, blah, blah. Yak, yak, yak. So that's what that is. So all in all, I think that the DVD set itself was very interesting media. Now, I mean, there's the DVD itself. There's not much to the DVD itself. Brand new, really nice condition. And again, this is not a Blu-ray. This is just a regular DVD. Okay? And that does it for the Terminator DVD set. Okay? So, now that we're done, my final comment on this set is that for me, 1 and 2 were the best, and I just love this one. This is the first one that I saw when I was a kid, and I thought it was an introduction to sci-fi violence, if you will, or horror. While it wasn't too horrifying, it was kind of new to me, and I'd never seen anything like that. But, you know, at the time, I was just I wasn't even a teenager, really. Or maybe I was on the brink of being a teenager. But I'd never seen anything like this, and I loved the soundtrack. I just kept listening to the music. I thought it was interesting. But that does it for our Terminator Trilogy review. And that does it for our Terminator Trilogy on VHS and DVD physical media review. I hope you enjoyed watching this review. I'd like to ask you to please consider subscribing, share, like, leave a comment, let us know what you think, and we will look forward to making more of this content for you in the future. Thank you very much, and I'll be back with another 5-hour show. I'll see you guys next time. God bless you all. Take care.